All right, hey, shalom, shalom, shalom. I'm the priest Ayin Wa from the GMS South Carolina Midlands camp, coming back with a quick lesson through the spirit and through the power of Yahweh, Bahasham Yahweh Shai, Bahasham Rakakwadash. Before I get started with this lesson, I want to give all praises, honor, and glory. Call hello Yamla Yahweh, Bahasham Yahweh Shai, Bahasham Rakakwadash. Secondly, of course, I want to give double honors to my apostles and to my elders of GreatMillStone that rule well, which taught me this truth, who are the true leaders of Israel today. And also peace, love, blessings, and salutations to the elect, man. All right, shalom. And in this lesson, I just want to touch on the fact that the Lord is ultimately restoring Israel, man. Okay, the Lord is bringing us back to our remembrance and raising up the elect, okay, via the prophets, okay, through this word, because the Lord is getting ready to deliver his elect, man. So, just through the spirit, Lord willing, this lesson is edifying. I have a few scriptures that I wanted to bring out. I want to start in St. Luke chapter 1, verse 68. Blessed be the Lord power of Israel, for he hath visited and redeemed his people. You see, and his people are the Israelites, man. Okay, the Lord made a covenant. He gave his laws, statutes, and commandments unto Israel, man. Okay, and as a matter of fact, since I said that, let's prove that, man. Okay, let's go to real quick. Let's go to Psalms chapter 78, and let's start at verse 5. For he established a testimony in Jacob and appointed a law in Israel, which he commanded our fathers, that they should make them known to their children. Okay, that the generation to come might know them, even the children which should be born, who should arise and declare them to their children, that they might set their hope in Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai, and not forget the works of the Most High, but keep his commandments. Okay, so the Lord gave us his laws, statutes, and commandments. Okay, let's go to Exodus chapter 34, verse 27. And the Lord Yahweh said unto Moses, write thou these words, for after the tenure of these words I have made a covenant with thee and with Israel. Okay. Let's grab another one. Deuteronomy chapter 4, verse 1. Now therefore hearken, O Israel, the Israelites, Yahweh Hashem Yahweh Shai's people. Now therefore hearken, O Israel, unto the statutes and unto the judgments which I teach you, for to do them, that ye may live and go in and possess the land which the Lord Yahweh, power of your fathers, giveth you. Ye shall not add unto the word which I command you, neither shall ye diminish aught from it, that ye may keep the commandments of the Lord Yahweh Hashem Yahweh Shai, your power, which I command you. Okay, so the Lord gave us his laws, statutes, and commandments. Okay, and now let's go back to St. Luke chapter 1, verse 68. It says, blessed be the Lord, power of Israel, for he hath visited and redeemed his people. Okay, so the Lord's people are the Israelites. He gave his laws, statutes, and commandments unto us. And we believe we are those people coming back, man. Okay. First and foremost, when you read Deuteronomy, the 28th chapter, from the 15th verse on down, and you go into those curses, especially the 68th verse, we fit those curses, man. So-called Negroes, so-called Latinos, so-called Native Americans, so-called Hispanics. These other nations, they don't fit those curses. No matter how much these gainsayers or these unbelievers, your vocab Malones, your James Whites, so on and so forth, no matter how much they try to deny the fact that we fit those curses, it don't matter, man. They can't prove otherwise, man. You see? So it says, blessed be the Lord power of Israel, for he have visited and redeemed his people. I want to go into this word redeemed real quick. Lestrosis, a ransoming, redemption, deliverance from the penalty of sin. You see that? Deliverance from the penalty of sin, right? Because Yahweh Shai, he purchased us with his blood, man. You see, when you go to Isaiah chapter 52, verse 3, for thus saith the Lord Yahweh, ye have sold yourselves for naught, and ye shall be redeemed without money. You see that? And ultimately, Yahweh Shai, when he was crucified, when he went on the cross and was crucified, he died for the sins of Israel. Okay, so ultimately he bought us, he redeemed us with his blood, man. Okay. Let's see. Romans 8 and 18, for I reckon that the sufferings of this present time are not worthy to be compared with the glory which shall be revealed in us. For the earnest expectation of the creature waited for the manifestation of the sons of God. For the creature was made subject to vanity, not willingly, but by reason of him who have subjected the same in hope, because the creature itself also shall be delivered from the bondage of corruption into the glorious liberty of the children of the Most High. So right now, the Lord is getting ready to deliver us from these bodies that are subject unto sin, because we're in this sinful flesh. You see, but with what Yahweh Shai did, ultimately by him buying us with his blood, he made a down payment on us, man. So that's why the scriptures always speak about a remnant. Okay. Now, ultimately, like I said, Yahweh Shai went on the cross for all of Israel. But right now, in real time, right now, Yahweh Shai is only dealing with the elect, that remnant, man. And we hope and pray that we have that number. That's why we call ourselves the hopeful elect. You see, but he brought us with his blood. And ultimately, we're going to be delivered, as it says right here, Romans 8 and 21, once again, because the creature itself also shall be delivered from the bondage of corruption. So the Lord is getting ready to deliver us, man, from these chains of darkness. Mentally, spiritually, the Lord has already freed us from the bondage of corruption, pretty much following the ways of this world, following after our chief enemy, Esau, Edom, who is currently in rulership, currently in power. He's living out his blessing, right? And the Lord, at one point in time, we were following the ways of the world. But see, the Lord, Yahweh Shai, via the Holy Spirit, gave us this wisdom, knowledge, and understanding. When you read Revelation, the 5th chapter, okay, around the 5th verse, ultimately the whole chapter goes into Yahweh Shai loosening the seals. And that goes into the ultimately giving us the true understanding of the Bible, you see. And so spiritually, the Lord has already freed us from the mental shackles that Esau put upon us, the mental chains of darkness. But ultimately, physically, Yahweh Shai is going to deliver us and give us those new bodies. And we're not going to have these bodies of corruption, these bodies of sin anymore. When you read 1 Corinthians, the 15th chapter, and I'm going to just get right to the points, man. Around the 52nd verse, it says, in a moment, in the twinkling of an eye at the last trump, for the trumpet shall sound, and the dead shall be raised incorruptible, and we shall be changed. You see? And that's what we're waiting on, man. We're going to get those heavenly bodies. When you read up, it goes into it, man. Like I said, I'm just getting to the points. Verse 53, for this corruptible must put on incorruption, and this mortal must put on immortality. So when this corruptible shall have put on incorruption, and this mortal shall have put on immortality, then shall be brought to pass the saying that is written, death is swallowed up in victory. O death, where is thy sting? O grave, where is thy victory? The sting of death is sin, and the strength of sin is the law. So when Yahweh Hashem Yahushua gives us those new bodies, those incorruptible bodies, right? A change is going to take place, and we're not going to be subject unto sin anymore. We're not going to sin anymore. And this is that new covenant, because ultimately the Lord is going to download his laws, statutes, and commandments into our spirits. Okay, so ultimately, what leads to death? Sin. And what is sin? Transgression of the laws, man. So if we don't transgress the laws, the Lord's not going to have a reason to put us to death. You see, so the Lord is preparing us for great things, man. And right now he's in the process of doing these things, man. So the Lord ultimately is restoring us, man. So let's go back to St. Luke, chapter 1. I believe I was on verse 69. Well, verse 68. Let's go to verse 69. And well, let's start back at verse 68. St. Luke, chapter 1, verse 68. Blessed be the Lord, power of Israel, Yahweh Hashem Yahushai, for he hath visited and redeemed his people. You see, the Lord is in the midst. He's visiting us now via the Spirit, man, by giving us this wisdom, knowledge, and understanding. When you read Revelation, the 11th chapter and the 11th verse, and it goes to well, let's grab that real quick. Let's grab that real quick. Revelation 11 and 11, and after 3 days and a half, a period of 350 years, from 1619, when the bulk of the Southern Kingdom was brought over here to the Americas to serve chattel slavery, right? Hardcore chattel slavery. And also the Northern Kingdom, which was already over here in the Americas, they got shipped off. Okay. And we were serving hardcore captivity. But in 1619, that's where the bulk of the Southern Kingdom, right? Judah, which is the head tribe, so-called Negroes, right? When they were brought over here to the Americas around 1619, from a period of 1619 to 1969, this truth was hidden from us, man. A period of 350 years. So that's why it says, and after 3 days and a half, the spirit of life from the Most High entered into them. Okay, into the prophets, man. Okay, starting with Elder Abba Bivens. Okay, now I'm gonna go here real quick and come back to Revelation, the 11th chapter. I want to go to real quick Malachi, chapter 4, verse 5 and 6. Behold, I will send you Elijah the prophet before the coming of the great and dreadful day of the Lord Yahweh, and he shall turn the heart of the fathers to the children, and the heart of the children to their fathers. At least I come and smite the earth with a curse. You see, and we believe that to be High Priest Elder Abba Bivens, man. Okay, because he through the Spirit started teaching that we are the Israelites. Okay, and as time went on, this truth grew more and more and more, and more was and knowledge was increased even more. Okay, to you see our head apostles, Elder Apostle Tahar, Elder Apostle Gabar, Elder Apostle Rakah, Elder Apostle Rhymelab, okay, the elder bishops of Connecticut on down, right? This truth has just been growing and growing and growing more and more and more, and more has been given unto us. More has been revealed unto us, man. Okay, being able to go into different breakdowns and being able to go into these scriptures and break them down the correct way, man. Okay, so all of this is through the Spirit of the Lord, man. The Lord raising us up, bringing us back to our remembrance, because the Lord made a promise, okay, unto Abraham, Isaac, Jacob, and the seed of Jacob, that we were always going to be his people. Okay, he gave us his law, statutes, and commandments, okay, and he promised us the kingdom. So the Lord is not going to go back on his promise, man. So that's really what's panning out right now. That's what's playing out. It's the process of the Lord getting ready to raise us up, man. Okay, 2 Ezra 6 and 9, Esau's rulership is over with, and our rulership is in the process of is in the beginning stages. Okay, the kingdom of Yahweh Shai is in the beginning stages, and we're going to rule forever. Revelation 11 and 11, after 3 days and a half, 350 years, the spirit of life from the Most High entered into them. The Lord gave us that breath, and they stood upon their feet, and great fear fell upon them which saw them. You see, Ezekiel 37 and 5. Thus said the Lord power unto these bones, behold, I will cause breath to enter into you, and ye shall live. You see that? So the Lord gave us this breath, this wisdom, knowledge, and understanding, man. You see, so this is what's going on. The Lord is in the process of restoring us, man, of getting ready to deliver us. You see? So this is ultimately what? A miracle, man. Okay, it's a scripture that I'm looking for. Bear with me. Amos 9:11, and you see right there the restoration of Israel. In that day will I raise up the tabernacle of David that is fallen, and close up the breaches thereof, and I will raise up his ruins, and I will build it as in the days of old. Okay, and during the time when King David was ruling, we had all the nations in subjection. You see, so all of this is coming back, man. Okay, but it's a process. Okay, the Lord is returning us back. Okay, giving us our heritage back, man, our memory, our knowledge. Okay, going back to St. Luke chapter 1. And I'm almost finished. And look at that. St. Luke chapter 1, verse 69. Let's start back at 68 since I just read Amos 9:11. Blessed be the Lord, power of Israel, for he hath visited and redeemed his people, and have raised up an horn of salvation. You can replace the word horn with power. Okay, of salvation for us in the house of his servant David. You see that? And as he spake by the mouth of his holy prophets, which have been since the world began. Okay, and the Lord always speaks through his prophets, man. You see, to prove that, let's go to real quick. Second Esdras, chapter 2, verse 1. Thus saith the Lord, Yahweh Shai, I brought this people out of bondage, and I gave them my commandments by men servants, the prophets. And the same thing is going on now. See, the Lord, he's getting ready to deliver us out of bondage again. Every time the Lord was getting ready to bring judgment, he always sent his prophets out. Anytime the Lord was getting ready to deliver, he always sent his prophets out. The prophets have always been around. I just read that in St. Luke 1:70. It says the prophets have always been around. Let's read it again. As he spake by the mouth of his holy prophets, which have been since the world began. So this is how the Lord gets down, man. So why is it so hard to believe that now? Them bastards over there in the Holy Land right now, they ain't had no prophets that rose up, to turn their people back to their power, right? Because according to them, they always knew that they were God's people. So when is it that they fell from their heritage? What is that? What is that, Jeremiah? Or is it Daniel? Give me a second. I think that's 2 Thessalonians. No, Jeremiah. Okay, 17:4. And thou even thyself shalt discontinue from thine heritage that I gave thee. So when did those bastards over there in the Holy Land, when did they discontinue from their heritage? Because according to them, they always knew that they were God's people. It says, from thine heritage that I gave thee, and I will cause thee to serve thine enemies in the land which thou knowest not, for ye have kindled a fire in mine anger, which I burn forever. But yeah, that was the point, man. So according to them, they always knew that they were the Lord's people, man. So when did that happen to them? It didn't. So see, this is why they want to outlaw the Bible, man. Too much truth is coming out that's exposing these fakers, man, these counterfeits. 2 Esdras 2:1, thus saith the Lord, Yahweh Shai, I brought this people out of bondage, and I gave them my commandments by men servants, the prophets, whom they would not hear, but despise my counsel. So the Lord is doing that now. You got the 2/3 that ain't hearkening unto the prophets, right? But that's all right. What is that? Hosea 4:6. Real quick. It says, my people are destroyed for lack of knowledge, because thou hast rejected knowledge. And how is it that they're rejecting knowledge? The prophets is out here, but instead of them hearkening and inquiring and taking heed to the prophets, they're making memes of the prophets. They're picking at the prophets, right? They're, blasting us on social media, calling us crazy, but that's all right. What is that? 2 Chronicles 36:16, it goes into how they misuse the prophets, right? So biblical prophecy is playing out right before our very eyes, man. Hosea 4:6, my people are destroyed for a lack of knowledge. Because thou hast rejected knowledge, I will also reject thee. So the Lord, with them not hearkening to the prophets, they're pretty much rejecting the help of the Lord, and the Lord is going to reject them. When all hell breaks loose, that thou shalt be no priest to me, seeing thou hast forgotten the law of thy power, I will also forget thy children. You see, so it's all good, man. At the end of the day, it's only for the elect. I'm going to end off on this. Romans 11:7. What then? Israel have not obtained that which he seeketh for. See, 2/3 of our people, they're seeking for the truth, but they're seeking for it in all the wrong places. Here it is. The truth is being hidden to them in plain sight. Okay, the prophets on the highways and byways, Jake don't want nothing to do with it. They want to laugh and scoff, talk shit, whatever, right? But that's the truth that they're seeking for. But the election have obtained it, and the rest were blinded. So the elect is going to hearken into this truth, man. Okay, so right now, what is the Lord doing? The Lord is currently gathering the elect via the word, and ultimately he's going to gather the elect to deliver them on the fathership, man. St. Matthew chapter 24 verse 31, and he shall send his angels with a great sound of a trumpet, and they shall gather together his elect from the four winds, from one end of heaven to the other. And what's going to happen when he gathers us, man? We're going to be beamed up. Revelation 11:12. And they heard a great voice from heaven saying unto them, come up hither. And they ascended up to heaven in a cloud, the chariot, the fathership, and their enemies beheld them. You see? So the Lord is getting ready to deliver his elect. Okay? And let's read verse 13, because once the elect gets beamed up, that's when those nuclear warheads are going to be raining down. 200 million is going to be raining down on Babylon and Great America. And that's how this place is going out. In the same hour, there was a great earthquake, and the 10th part of the city fell. Right? America is sectioned off into 10 FEMA regions, or 10 FEMA zones. Let's see here. 10 FEMA zones, right? Yeah, it's sectioned off into 10 FEMA regions or something like that. Y'all can go and look it up. You see? So when it says the 10th part of the city fell, it's talking about here, America. And in the earthquake were slain of men 7,000, and the remnant were affrighted and gave glory to Yahweh Shem Shai, power of heaven. The second woe is past, World War II, and behold, the third woe cometh quickly. Right? So the Lord is getting ready to deliver his elect, man. He's currently in the process of restoring all of Israel, but it starts with the elect, the remnant, man. And Lord willing, myself, and of course all the sincere Akim, we are that number, man. And the Akim, the Aquav that believe, Lord willing, we all get delivered, man. The true believers, man. But we're in that time to where the Lord is getting ready to redeem us, man. Lord willing, this lesson was edifying, man. Till next time, I want to say shalom.